Welcome back to some Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely little island of Fawnhollow today on this, what day is it, Friday? Let me just click my phone. It's Friday 26th of March. I don't know why I checked so early because Isabel's going to tell us anyway. But yeah, of course, I guess we're back to the daily old routine of our Animal Crossing New Horizons now. The whole celebrations of 1 year has been over. Or it's gone and done now, I suppose. New thumbnail, everything. Little wrap-up memory video, which, you know, I can actually see reception now. It's quite nice. So thank you for your thanks, I suppose. Not really sure how to start that, but anyway. Hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 4:34 PM on Friday, March 26, 2021. Oh, one more thing. The weather report says we're in for a rare treat tonight, shooting stars. Fawnhollow lit by the glow of the sky, bursting with shooting stars. What a magical sight that will be. If any of you have time tonight, get yourselves outside and look up. That's all for today. Have a fun day out there. Maybe I should set a reminder for myself, otherwise I'm going to forget about this. Organisation, calendar, reminder, you know, this is what I've come to. I'm setting a reminder for shooting stars in Animal Crossing. Actually, I feel like I've done this before, haven't I? This was weirdly familiar. Oh well. Because we'll be shooting stars. Or you can go the other shooting star song. Anyway. Sorry, if my thanks sounded... if my thanks from earlier didn't sound very sincere, it was meant to be sincere, I just couldn't think of how to thank... thanking for thanks sounds a bit strange, I suppose. Because then it's sort of endless back and forth thank yous. But anyway, my dear Junebug, you know it's not good for you, or for your eyes to work in the dark. That goes for reading, studying, playing games, all of it. Which is why I got you this. I hope it helps when you find yourself out? Oh, up into the wee hours. Or just go to bed, Vivian. I've ever said, Vivian, just go to bed, you know, just sleep. Lol. So, what's that Twitch? I don't know. Let's probably not try and quote Twitch emotes when I can't even remember what they are. Yeah, I guess we had Red this week, so he's not going to be here again. Looks like we've got a wandering visitor. My bet's on Sahara, because I don't think she was here last week. Yeah, so what have I been up to today? Not much, to be honest. I was going to record some Celeste. I was going to do some work, and I was like, yeah, I can't be bothered. I suppose I tired myself out a bit from doing the videos and the big whoopee cushion for April Fool's Day. Sure, why not? Doing the thumbnail art, I suppose, in like the past few days, because it was initially done like over the span of a week, but then like it was in the last couple of days I was like, okay, I really need to crack down on this because I'm not going to get these both done in time if I'm not careful. I don't know what's been going on. I can't really think. I mean, the new champion's just been teased in League of Legends. If you don't watch League of Legends, that doesn't really matter much to you. Oh, hello, Gulliver. Gwen. She's that reanimated doll, which is, you know, the classic sort of horror trope, I guess. You know, Chucky, Annabelle. Isn't one from The Exorcist a doll? I can't remember. I haven't even seen Exorcist, so I don't know why I'm saying I can't remember. Gulliver, can you wake up, please? We haven't got all day. I mean, we got at least half an hour, which, you know, that's time to burn, but still. Yeah, reanimated dolls. I mean, she's not like a voodoo doll or anything, which is interesting. I suppose perhaps that's too classically tropey for horror movies sort of thing. She very much just looks like a normal human, I suppose, just with weird mannerisms, if anything. But no, animated dolls. It's weird to be like, that's my aesthetic, sort of. I mean, I love my plushies. I've talked about it numerous times. My bookshelf of plushies I've got behind me, along with the side lining my bed, lining of plushies. When I was younger, I remember when we moved house, I had like bin bag fulls of plushies, like 6 of them or something. But probably all up in the attic now. I don't know where they've gone, to be honest. What are we doing? Oh, we're waiting for Gulliver. Not waiting for Gulliver. We're looking for rusted computer parts, or the phone parts, whatever. Or perhaps not rusted ones, just regular ones. It's just, I don't know. The concept of voodoo doll is an interesting thing, isn't it? I'm not sure, like, what sort of culture originated from. You know, that's a Google question. That's not a postulate question. That's a voodoo doll, some sort of, let's see. So in many practices around the world, Haitian or Louisiana voodoo. What? Many cultures across the world. It does not have a prominent place in either. I don't know. Okay. So it's a sort of like, who knows? I don't think I've ever seen a voodoo doll in real life. which is probably not that controversial thing to say, because it's not like you go around walking around life being like, oh, you know, oh, here's my 5th voodoo doll I found on the ground today. It's not like a video game. Like, people are dropping loot or whatever. I suppose that sort of mysticism with voodooism perhaps isn't as common, maybe, as other things are, you know, like astrology or like fortune telling. You know, or like the crystal ball, seers. That's what I meant to see. That's what I meant to say. And I don't mean the catalogue. Catalogue, I guess it's a shop, really. But yeah, but the concept of it, strange in its own right, isn't it? You know, you got a little doll, but somehow, like, imagine it. This doll is a voodoo doll of yourself, or I guess, or someone that you know or hate, I don't know, and presumably someone you hate, and then you stick like pins in them to make them feel like they get pins stuck in them, because it's meant to be like the thing like whatever the voodoo doll feels, you feel as well, right? Which raises some questions, because, you know, for one thing, the voodoo doll, when you pick it up, surely the person, your enemy, will just like feel like they're being picked up by a giant hand or whatever. Because voodoo dolls aren't that big. They're like, it's not like people are out there making like life-size voodoo dolls. Well, I suppose they are, but they don't call them voodoo dolls. But sorry, weird joke. So the fact that, you know, it's like fits in your palm, and you like scoop it up in your palm, doesn't it feel like a giant hand is caressing you or whatever? I was got tagged in Discord. I'll reply to that later. Don't worry about it. You know, they can wait 25 minutes for my amazingly witty reply while I try and think of one. No, of course not. Yeah, what would a giant hand just grabbing you feel like? If anything, you know, this might sound a bit weird. Maybe it's a bit comforting, you know. I can't imagine is how like a kitten feels when they're being picked up or something. It's like, you know, pats on the head or something. Or like, yeah, I don't know. Is this getting a bit weird? Maybe this is unearthing some weird sides of me, which I'm not so keen to share about, I suppose, on public video. But yeah, anyway, that's my problem with voodoo dolls. As soon as you start feeling like, oh, I feel like a giant hand has picked me up or something's wrapped around me, you know? That's not like, I don't know, not under like a heavy weight blanket or something of that sort. That's like number one dead giveaway. Okay, maybe you wouldn't immediately think, oh, someone's got a voodoo doll of me, which is, you know, fair enough, because I don't know why you would, if you're some sort of sane person. But I feel like that's a sort of dead giveaway that something's going on. Some sort of nefarious, magical plot, mystical plot, perhaps is a better word, is going along, and as sort of your forewarning, is it, you know? I had a fantastic idea. You know that sort of like sense of imminent doom that people get with it, which can sometimes it feels like something constricting you. That's it, isn't it? It's just someone with a voodoo doll picking you up, and then you probably feel like you're being stabbed by pins and needles or whatever. Sorry, that's a bit of violent imagery or imagination. Oh, it's a green one. That might be a recipe. Let's go pick it up. But here's another point. You know, needles, you know, compared to a human-sized body, are unimaginably small and thin, right? Needles, compared to a voodoo doll, which is about a 50th of your size, it's got to feel like you're jamming like a lead pipe or something into the body, right? If you jam a needle into a voodoo doll, right? The needle is about as thick as, you know, let's say a finger, a theoretical finger on the voodoo doll, and the voodoo dolls don't really have fingers, you know? But if that sort of feeling is transferable from voodoo doll to person. Also, where's this last computer part? Doesn't that just, it basically feels like someone's shoving a finger, like, I don't know, in your stomach or something, or wherever they decide to prod it. It's not like acupuncture, and it's not like getting an injection. It's straight up physical pain of a giant pole being like born into you. So this is really not suitable for Animal Crossing. This is very violent imagery. You know, let's have wholesome voodoo dolls. You might say, hey, darling, how you know, I know you got the whole wholesome shtick going on. Who knows how long that's going to last? No, I'm joking. How crazy would it be if I just turned out to be like some sort of evil villain or whatever? I mean, that'd be make a plot twist in the Dear Darling franchise. I don't know, this is a weird train of thought. Let's stop going down it. How are you going to make voodoo dolls wholesome? Why don't you hug a voodoo doll, you know? Get a voodoo doll of yourself, hug it, and it feels like you're being hugged. Now your first thought might be, oh, that is pretty wholesome, you know? You're just getting like a hug from a giant version of yourself, I suppose would be the analogy. Even better, just get a load of voodoo dolls of all your friends and get them all to hug each other. That's right, play doubles with your voodoo dolls. Oh, sorry, play house. Oh, not play dolls. I ruined the joke. If there even was much of a joke in the first place, to be honest. You know, and if you want to try new sensations, you just have your voodoo doll do it in your place. You're like, oh, I don't know, roller coasters are kind of scary, but I want to see what it's like, or skydiving, or that sort of thing. You know, just like drop your voodoo doll from a really tall height. Make sure to give it a parachute, because you don't probably want to have your voodoo doll impacting with terminal velocity. Actually, that's a good question. Hold on, sorry. From tangent to tangent, jumping like crazy. Because, you know, smaller objects, the terminal, like, I don't know how to phrase this. What I'm trying to say is something like insects, you know, can't be killed by terminal velocity because their terminal velocity is not high enough such that when they impact on the ground, you know, they don't get like splat or anything. Like, as I was saying, like if you drop an ant, it will barely feel it. If you drop a cat, if you drop a dog, it will, from a building, it breaks its legs. If you drop a horse, it goes splat or something on the ground. You know, because like mass or something. Mass or something. How very technical of you. Sorry, again with a weird imagery. I don't know why I'm going such a weird dark path in this episode. But still, if you drop a voodoo doll, say like from the top of a bunk bed or something, or if you want to drop it from the top of a skyscraper, who knows, I'm not going to the top of a skyscraper. That voodoo doll is very small, right? It's probably in the realm of not taking like much physical pain, I suppose, because its terminal velocity is not going to be that high, right? So how does that translate impact wise to you? Are you following me? I'm not even sure if I'm following you. I'm basically saying, if you know, jumped off like from the third story of a building, that would be incredibly painful for you. But if you dropped a voodoo doll off like third story of a building, since it's so small and since it doesn't reach a very high maximum terminal velocity, would it impacting the ground, like would that force scale upwards to your body, and thus it would feel like as if you jumped off a third story of a building, because that's what voodoo dolls are meant to do. It's meant to be like transferable feeling or pain, or I suppose in our hugging case, not pain. What's the opposite of pain? Pleasure? Okay, well, that's a weird way of phrasing it. And that, you know, now I think about it, that's going down a whole different road, which I did not intend to go down with voodoo dolls. Interesting thought though. But anyway, sorry, bonk. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Or does I can't remember which part of it I already posed. Yeah, does it feel like you jumped off a 3-story building, or does it feel like the same impact, but in relation to that third story fall on the voodoo doll, but translated directly to that force translated directly to your body? So it's sort of like, you know, you like be slapped in the face, I suppose, or slapped simultaneously all over your body, which I don't even know what that means. You get me? Like, does the force translate upwards? In which case, you know, I think this raises a lot of questions. Now, mind you, I don't know what questions it raises yet, apart from that one. But I'm thinking about it, you know. I'm trying to think if forces do translate upwards or not. I'm trying to think of all my voodoo doll representation in media, which honestly I can't really think of all that much. Or something which seems to be such a common trope. Why is it something I can never think of? The only one I can think of is a Homestuck one for some reason. But that's like completely different. It's more like someone's superpower rather than a Horcrux. Why is a Horcrux the first? What's that term for like a spirit container? I don't know. I can't even think anymore. My mind's been boggled. What was I saying? I feel like I had a point about this voodoo doll thing, but I can't really remember. Anyway, you can just do like nice wholesome things to your voodoo doll. Like if you can give it a back massage or something. Oh, that would be amazing. Like you don't need like a back scratch or anything. You just scratch the back of a voodoo doll. But the thing is, you know, people can be quite careless around small things, and I think the fact that a voodoo doll is an inanimate object might make people even more careless. Because, you know, it's kind of like, you can't treat a voodoo doll like a doll. You got to treat it, you know, if you're doing it from a wholesome perspective, you got to treat it like you know, a small creature like a mouse, right? Because if the feeling is all transferable. If you just, like, you know, accidentally drop it, or like you toss it onto a bed, that's going to be like a big impact on you. Or if I theory holds out the force doesn't translate upwards, it's going to feel like nothing on you, I guess. And that's just a strange sensation to think about. Simultaneously feeling multiple things at the same time. Can we put a hyacinth there? We could, but there's a hyacinth already quite nearby. I guess we're kind of forced to put it here. There's not many good places to put this hyacinth. But oh well, you know, that happens. A truly random pattern will have repeating patterns in it. You know? That's just an interesting food for thought. If you want to take your time right now, go write down a random string of like 20 heads or tails coin flips. Alright, once you've done that, here's one I prepared earlier. Or maybe it's like 50. A lot of people naturally, they tend to not like big clumps of the same letter. So they'll like never have a string of 3 H's or 3 T's all in a row or anything like that. But, you know, a truly randomly number generated one will probably have like, not many, but some long strings. We'll probably have like a 6 string or a 7 string long of H or heads or tails. Oh, okay, maybe not in 20 flips. Maybe like in 50 flips, but still. Yeah, maybe I should have got you to write 50 flips, huh? What should we buy from here? I don't really know. I don't really want a baby romper, to be perfectly honest. I think we'll get one of these. Any of these nice tops? I don't think we've seen these tops before. Or if we have, I don't remember them. Some sort of weird retro style we got going on. Oh, hello, Discord message. Oh, on my phone, apparently. It's Raymond. Should we have a chat with you, Raymond? Someone via any aisle. I wonder if we should put our flag down. I'm a bit miffed that our flag doesn't count as something that we created, so we can't even upload it. You know, maybe we should browse our uploaded designs in Animal Crossing and try and find a nice path to put down. Oh, Amelia, you're thinking about something. I know. I feel like there's more to be gleaned from this voodoo doll thing. Yeah, sure, call me hero. Or call me dancer. My signs are vital. I can't remember lyrics. My hands are cold? Are we humans or are we dancers? Which does sound a lot like dolphins. What path were we putting down before? Lay it on me. Get it? But sorry. I don't really know what we should do. Which, you know, it's not a surprise because I haven't known what to do for basically the past 100 or so episodes in New Horizons. It's a wonder we've come this far. With me, but it's basically going, I don't know what to do. It's really hard to think of how to decorate this part of the island. You know, the fact there's a shooting star. Maybe let's just start making some of the Celeste items, so we can start making this sort of nightmare, nighttime, death side of the island. Because I said I'd do it with a load of nighttime looking objects, and we got so many star fragments, so we might as well use them, right? I was like, what else are we gonna do with them? We haven't put them into action before, so let's do it now. I mean, I've already made that one over there, I suppose. I wonder if I want to lean into that mysticism sort of design space. I don't really know. Anyway, that was a problem for me in about 5 minutes to really think about. Let's just make these star fragment items first. I'm not sure we can make some of these if I've only got one. I don't have nearly as many star fragments as I thought I did, but you know, that's basically on me for never checking at night time to get the star recipes. And now we're back in March, we're going to go back to repeating recipes, aren't we? Okay, favourites. Oh, I guess we should make a spooky fence at some point. This is the only thing we can make? What? What other things do I need? There's probably other things which I didn't even consider, which I need to take out. Where are you, star items? Okay, well, spacesuit isn't... I guess it's nighttime related. It's not really what I was going for. You know, these aren't as spooky or nighttime themed as I thought. Now look at them. They're very much just space themed, aren't they? Do we want to make these like astrological things? Honestly, these things, wouldn't they suit the left side of the island a bit more? Like things you might find in heaven? They've got that sort of regal feel to them, don't they? What do we need? Gold nuggets. 1 gold nugget, 8 stone. Okay. Gold nugget, stone. We can't make this one. Gold nugget, stone. Okay. So I guess we do need to harvest a lot more gold nuggets, huh? We need a lot. And apparently we have a load of fragments. So we don't have enough fragments for a lot of these things. Okay, so that's noted. We gotta harvest way more gold nuggets. But we might as well craft these things. We'll see where it takes us. You might be like, what are you gonna do with them? No, I'm gonna be like, oh, shit. I know you ask me really difficult questions that I don't have answers for you. But getting at least one of them will be quite nice. I know, voodoo dolls. What else could you do with voodoo doll? You can give it like a nice bath, I guess. Oh, that would be awesome. Like, imagine. Like, you can do some next level things, you know? Hold on. Like, you could simultaneously get like a massage while like running a marathon or something. Or like, wait, mate, do you think a voodoo doll could burn off your calories? You might say, what the heck are you talking about? No, what I mean is like, what if, you know... Okay, this is going to be weird to explain. So, you know, feeling is transferable between a voodoo doll and yourself. So, if you move a voodoo doll's right arm, it doesn't move your right arm, but it gives you the feeling of it moving his right arm. Does that, like... I guess that doesn't burn calories now I think about it. But what if it did? You could have, like, your voodoo doll, like... You could grab its legs and, like, run it on a treadmill or something, and it'd be like, oh, and you're burning calories just by... Well, you're not really sitting there, I guess. I suppose you're sort of moving your voodoo doll. This is strange. I don't know, I feel like if I found a voodoo doll myself, one, I'd be like, what? If it actually worked, I'd be very freaked out, I suppose. Because I don't know, because obviously I didn't make this. Who made a voodoo doll of me? That's honestly a terrifying thought. But two, I feel like you should be able to use it for something interesting. Like something like when you're exercising, you can... Instead of your muscles hurting or being stressed out, you can get a massage at the same time and it would like relax you, I guess. And you can keep going. Or maybe like you could tuck the voodoo doll away in bed, so you'd always feel like nice, relaxed and rested when you need to. I suppose that would probably have the deficit of you'd always feel like really tired all the time. I'm trying to figure out who's in their house so we can get a recipe. Did we not check mirror? We didn't check mirror. Or did we already get a crafting recipe? We got a recipe. No, that's a message in a bottle recipe, almost certainly. Like, what else could you do with a voodoo doll? Oh, photogenic young brother. For some reason, the only thing I can think of is that College Humor song, Wish I Had a Portal Gun. Wish I had a voodoo, wish I had a voodoo doll. Just, my mind just doesn't work. Anyway. Is Jakey in his home? Jakey's in his home. Jakey's always home. Lazing about, I guess. Maybe we should actually put a bridge in to his house, you know? But there's no white bridges, that's a problem. That I can recall. Maybe in the future they'll release more bridge types. Or something, or let us actually customize the bridge types. So we can have like a white stone pearly bridge into the gates of heaven. Which is ironically a trash dump right now at Jakey's house, but still. What are you doing? A stack of books, I think already know how to make this one. It sure has been a while since we found a recipe which we didn't know how to make. What else could you do with a voodoo doll? What physical thing could you do to yourself which would be like nice to do? Not like on a daily basis, but like an everyday sort of thing, you know? Like massage is like the only one I can really think of. That's also PG, I suppose. But don't want to quite delve into that. Massage, you could do a... Why is it so difficult? Like, obviously, you could do like a warm bath or that sort of thing, but you know, I don't think you really want to bathe dolls all that often, right? Especially if they're like made of burlap or whatever, it's probably like not good on the fibres or something. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I was going to farm rocks to try and get another golden nugget. I wonder if it's actually... We probably data mined it by now. Is there a way to increase chances of getting a golden nugget? Let's see. New Horizons, increase chance, golden nugget. You could used to be able to do like feng shui in the previous games and increase your luck, but apparently it doesn't work in this one. Animal Crossing gold nugget. Rare item. Excuse me. Get me in here. Get me in the rock farm. Back in my mine again. Rare item. Store it away. Oh, this is a battle. Gosh, I hate these articles which are meant to be game guides and they're just so long. They're just unbelievably long. And so just like get to the point, just be like, and I know obviously we're trying to farm like ad clicks or whatever, but I ain't got time for this. No one's got time for this. It didn't even give me an answer. You know what? Screw this. I'm gonna assume there is no way. New Horizons definitely in the vicinity of removing functions compared to adding them. Sorry, 2-wheel? Probably. I'm just annoyed I can't think of something else you can do with Voodoo doll. I guess you can like put it in your arms and like rockabye baby yourself to sleep, that sort of thing, you know? It's a bit small to really do that properly with, I'd imagine, nor do I think that'd probably give you motion sickness if anything, right? Oh, you know what? If you wanted to like, if you had someone's Voodoo doll and you wanted to like, not torture them, like in a horrific way, but like severely annoy them, you give them like real motion sickness. Because isn't motion sickness is to do with your body feels like it's moving, but it visually does not look like you're moving, which is like why car sickness isn't a thing. Not isn't a thing, is a thing. It's because, you know, your body has that motion of like going forward like at 50 miles an hour or whatever in a car. But if you're not looking outside a window, you're not looking at the road moving, your body thinks, oh, we're not moving, but it feels like we're moving. The only conceivable option for this is we must have been poisoned. So then it gets you to try and like throw up. It's like, we must have ingested a poison or a hallucinogen. Quick, throw up. Which is, you know, I get it, buddy. You know, you got your biomechanisms to help defend against things, which help evolution-wise before. Why can't... I wish we could, like, override some of them, you know? Especially that one. Like, oh, I just want to read a book in a car journey instead of having to stare out the window the entire time. Actually, to be fair, I don't mind staring out a car window the entire time, because I like getting lost in my own thoughts. Anyway. I don't really know where I was going with this. We got no golden nuggets though, so that's like kind of a sad face right there. I guess we'll harvest more wood. We should make more gravestones, I guess, as well, with all the stone we harvested. And just start like randomly placing, you know, I think that's what we'll do tomorrow. We'll just make a ton of gravestones. That's what we'll do, we'll just continuously farm stone, make a load of gravestones, and then scatter them all about on the right side of the island. And then as we start getting more and more relevant spooky, death, nightmare, nighttime themed furniture, we can start replacing them. Also, didn't the Sanrio character stuff come out today? The 26th of March, right? It's do we not have wood as one of our Nookmail Plus missions? Oh, we need one more. I guess that answers the question of whether you can get them without having the Sanrio cards. Turns out you do need the Sanrio cards. Vivian, you're also not allowed to leave if you want to leave. And you bought a portable record player, sure. Thank you kindly. I don't know. Can you think of like a better thing to do with Voodoo doll? Why is my scope so limited? Or what you can do, like massage, give it a bath, tuck it away in bed. Give it a pat on its back and be like, being a good sport, I don't know. Shake its hand. I don't know why that kid's fine. Oh, I really want to know what a business deal feels like, but I've got no financial knowledge, know-how or anything, or credibility in the business. I'm never going to be able to shake hands with a businessman. Look no further. Just get yourself a Voodoo doll and shake your own hand. Well, it's turned into a weird infomercial. Better stop now before it goes completely off the rails. Or better shoot down this present first. Why is it so high up? Where's it gone? Can I really not think of anything? I guess you could play games with your own Voodoo doll. We already know this recipe. Whatever. Anyway, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been discarding. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, all greatly appreciated. Links down below. Hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.